Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Life is Better with Music with Gavin and Mitchell. You're going to notice I'm a little grainy today. Again, I'm out in my living room because my
Oh,
loving
bozo.
wife is in the bedroom where my desk is. But next year, we're moving into a house. Or a townhouse. Depends on what we like in the area. But whatever, got a basement, a couple bedrooms, a nice little backyard. That's what
Man
we got.
cave.
We're moving
Man
across the
cave.
city.
Man cave.
Exactly. I'm gonna have a nice little office to myself, man cave, and then a basement man cave. Come on.
Hey, yo.
And
We can
another
throw
good news.
ragers.
Another good news for personal life is I got a promotion in my job, so
Yes, sir.
uh, I'm gonna be making a little bit more money. So that's plus side in life. My cat is sleeping over there on the ottoman. You don't see him because we have our Life is Better with Music things up, both of us. But besides for that, Hades is close to done. So I
Yes,
know
sir.
people who are anticipating that. I'm sorry it's taken so long. It's just everyone's busy. We're working out like parts, and we want it to be good. So we're just trying to, drive that force forward and take our time with it. Art takes time. It takes time to rehearse a piece, takes time to rehearse a show for it to be really good. So it's kind of like we're trying to write this piece to be really good, so it would work for high school marching bands and etc. So moving on from that, what we're covering today is some more WGI. Some state circuits started this week. We had a lot of people do some premieres going on this past weekend.
We had a lot of
Um,
people announce.
yeah, a lot of people announce as well if they didn't come out and premiere, or premiered and announced. So there are a lot of things that were happening this week that we're gonna see a lot more of, like when we actually get to like the full-on WGI shows. But we had I think like some FFCC shows going down in Florida. Like we
Yeah.
had.
Next week, Carmel's guards come out and perform for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, let me see, because Tarpon
yeah. Or like the
both of their
origins of
shows.
cool or something.
Yeah, their guard show kind of always has some weird connection to like the marching show in a way. So
Does it really?
so they can reuse uniforms and stuff. Because you'll realize if you look like sometimes
Oh, yeah, that's
the
valid.
arts guard, the one below World will use the like show's uniforms or a uniform from a past show, stuff like that. But we have the middle school or winter guard, Beachy Keen, then the arts ensemble, Love You a Latte, and then the world guard,
Oh,
the origin of cool.
sorry, that was cringe.
So
I'm sorry, that second one was just so.
that's that's what's coming out of Tarpon, and I think because I don't know, I saw pictures of the guard like going to perform. I don't know which guard it was, but they had like the Macy's uniforms.
Oh,
So I think they were the Macy's uniforms, like the snowflakes. I think they wore that at Macy's. Um,
yeah.
but that's so that's that's what's going on in Tarpon Land. Again, I'm
The
not
JV
down there.
for the elementary or the middle school guard for Carmel is using the Vitruvian uniforms. Their show is called Shine. Um,
Shine.
the A guard is called Spinning in Circles. Um,
That's guard.
and then their World Guard show is called Lean on Me. Um, it's actually a fun little story to that one. I'm pretty sure I know the background of that one. Um, Before every show or performance, um the guard sings the song Lean on Me by Bill Withers.
Mm-hmm.
Um, kind of just as like kind of symbolizing how they can, rely on each other and whatnot, and
Like
if
a
they're all family.
little
Yeah.
group song.
And I think that's probably what it's based on.
It's kind of like what Boston with Sweet Caroline.
Right.
Like that's our
Right.
song. Besides our chorus song, but like we have
Right.
Sweet Caroline that we all like. We
Right.
play it, sing it, have fun with it.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
that's cool. I always like that like groups have like that song for them. Like my choir had "You Raise Me Up." I think it's literally just called Raise Me Up. Hold on, let me. I want to be right. I don't want to be wrong. Let me see.
Incorrect, bozo.
Again, I just want to make sure the title's right, because if you want to go listen to it, it's a great song. You Raised Me Up by Josh Groban.
Yep. Yep.
So, great song. That's how we send off the seniors in choir every year. We have that song. We have memories throughout the year, and then we have like their baby picture and then their senior picture. And when Mr. Cheeseman retired, I made one for like us, and then I had like stuff for him in it because he was retiring. So it was like his baby picture and then his senior picture.
Yeah.
So it was like it was like him in the 80s or something, and then
Oh, good lord.
yeah, and then him like that year when he was like finally retiring. But besides for that, let's get into some actual WGI. We have some more 2022 shows to just watch. I was scrolling, found some good shows that I've liked in the past, and I think a lot of people have liked. So,
Yeah.
hold up. Here we go. Gotta do this whole format. Let's see. Hold on. I'm so used to my There we go.
El bozo.
Can you see?
Yeah, I can see it. Is that emerging?
Huh?
The horizon on the horizon wins the first clip, the first suggested clip. Is that emerging? No, that's not emerging. No, that's not emerging. Yeah, it's not a guard show. Continue.
Okay, so we got Broken City Percussion Finals from 2022.
I know they're really good.
Oh yeah, I watched this show quite a few times. They're actually one of my more favorite groups in the percussion WGI world. So here we go. Like this is a show that's like, huh?
Did you press play?
Did you not hear it?
No.
Of course, Mitchell. You always cause my problems.
I know. I'm so sorry.
Come on, Mitchell.
I dropped the ball.
All the screen stuff is the normal screen stuff. Can you see it now?
Yes, I can.
I don't know why it does that. It works perfectly fine.
Well, now it says. Now it's just frozen. I can't see or hear anything.
Mitchell.
Okay, is it playing?
I have it paused now.
Okay, yeah, I see it's paused. Yes, I see it's paused. Now I see it. Now I see it's playing. Now it's not.
Well, it's not okay. It's not letting it do it in full screen for whatever reason.
Interesting.
Is it? You see it now?
Now it's going. Yeah.
Okay. I can't. I'm gonna have to kick her out of the bedroom. I can't do this. I always like these like color schemes of like the darker colors and the red. Man, I love drum covers and like drum heads and stuff.
Oh yeah, I do too.
I really think that makes a drum line. Especially if, like indoor, like if that's all we see, like I want to see some color on the drums, the bass drum heads and all that. I know Tarpon, we do one basically for every show.
We do not.
Do you wish you guys did?
Yes and no.
I just think you could do some cool things with like.
It just goes
certain
down
shows.
for me, and why we don't do it is because of the uniformity.
Yeah, but. See, like you don't always need big props. This is a good show.
Yeah.
What's your favorite instrument in the percussion world?
Either the cymbals or the it's a tie between the snare and the quads for me after the cymbals.
Mine's definitely quads top. I love quads. I think I actually watched this video this past year before I was writing drumline choreo for Little Nights. Just so I could be like, see how the body needs to move with the drums, so like I don't like make something that's almost impossible for them.
Right.
I think this was one of the groups I watched for it. I think after quads, mine's probably like marimba. Marimba land. I just love seeing like the 4 mallets and then just going nuts on it.
I'll pick up the pieces that fell and keep reaching for higher ground. I'll pick up the pieces that fell and keep reaching higher.
Nice little way to end the show. See, like, you don't need these big, extravagant props to tell a story. So
No.
it's like, that's very simple, like simple props. They covered the whole tarp, they went from side to side. They covered the whole land, so that's a really good show, I think. And here's a bunch of other shows, since, we can't go into full screen for whatever reason on the Mac.
El
Okay.
Bozo.
We have Onyx. Here's some more shows here. Tarpon Springs. Here you go. I think that's Bellboy.
Are they going? I think I saw them say that they're going back to Worlds this year.
They might be. Again, I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know. I'm confused then because,
We go every other year.
well, see, the thing is though, you and I know that they were a little strapped for cash, and I don't think it's a secret that they were indeed strapped for cash earlier this year, right?
I mean, yeah, because we didn't go to Tennessee, right?
No.
And we were supposed to. We were signed up and everything.
Yeah, you guys had to pull out of Tennessee, and you went to Nats, Macy's.
Went to Macy's. I don't think we're going to Dayton.
I'm pretty sure I saw it said WGI World Championships on your tour dates for World Guard. And if they are, I want to know where they got that money, because that's interesting to me, because I know that they were strapped for cash a little earlier this year.
Let me
You would
see.
think.
Let me see. Where did you see it?
On Instagram, I think, underneath the World Guard announcement.
Oh, well, I guess maybe they are. I don't know if... Let me see. Yeah, I think maybe it's just the World Guard. Because, I mean,
Well, yeah.
if they fly...
Well,
or
they don't.
like,
Do they ever bring the arts ensemble?
they may let them pay to come, like, on the trip. It's just like when we go to New York to play in Carnegie Hall, even if you're not in the Carnegie Ensemble, a ton of people paid money to go and, like,
Oh, really?
just on the trip. Because it's also kind of, like, crappy that, oh, yeah, we're going to New York, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Yeah.
Leaving the whole... They give the option. If you're going to pay your fees, you can go.
Right.
Um,
Interesting.
And then again for Carnegie, we expanded our ensemble. So if you knew the music to one song, you could jump in on that song. It was Overture to Candide, like the whole ensemble, the whole band basically could have learned Overture to Candide and played on stage.
Yeah.
So, just saying, but no, that may be a thing. That maybe they found cash, or maybe the World Guard said, "Hey, we'll pay everything, if not more, if we need to." But that's a lot of traveling. You went to Orlando. We're supposed to go to Tennessee, but you pulled out because you still had Indy and Macy's, so I get that. Like, that's a lot of traveling for a group.
Yeah,
So,
and then
now Well, and they went to Dayton this last year.
Yeah.
So that's... And now they're going to go again. So I honestly, I didn't know that. I didn't pay attention to their performance dates. Because honestly, I just saw the logo and I liked it and kept going because I was at work at the time.
Oh, I was just big chilling here. I got nothing better to do.
So, but no, that's... I mean, if they got the cash, sure, go ahead. Oh,
Good for them.
is it there?
It's
Do you
paused
see-
right now.
Okay. It is paused. I'm just making sure.
Cool.
But I mean, good for them if they do go. It's just I don't want something to happen to where they signed up and then they have to pull out again.
Yeah, that would be a massive letdown for like the seniors, like getting your hopes up.
Well, that's why I'm like, I wondered maybe he just signed up for Tennessee in case
Indy fell through.
Indy fell through. Yeah, like I feel like because again they were going to go to Macy's. That was the thing. They were going to Macy's.
Oh yeah, no, you're going to Macy's. If you get invited, you're going to Macy's.
So I feel like maybe that was a conversation that, hey, we're going to sign up for Tennessee, but it's going to be Tennessee or Indy. And we're going to try,
Right.
if we raise enough money, we're still going to go to Indy. But if we don't, we'll do Tennessee. Maybe that could have been the thing. Like maybe there was a cutoff date to sign up, or I don't know. I'm not 100% certain, but that's kind of how I would view it. We have Onyx 2022.
Yes, sir.
Another great guard group.
Performing their program, Sure.
I love
On
it's the
this shining
DCI.
night, WGI
I love it's
Quarterly
the
Arts is
brand.
proud to present Onyx.
Carolina Crown.
Santa Clara Vanguard. Oh wait, that's in poor taste right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
A white mat. I don't think I've seen this video before, so. Another props to color guard people is I am not that flexible. I can't. I can do choreography, but I know I can't. Spin a rifle up in the air, do a split, catch it. No way. The full white mat interests me.
It makes the uniforms pop.
Yeah, and it's doing a great job. It's just the white mat is like, you know how I am. I like a lot of color. I like how poppy the blue is against it. Nice save, man. Does WGI have the general effect system as well? Do you know off the top of your head?
I can look it up. I can look it up.
Yeah,
let's
look it up real quick.
My internet will load. There we go. Let's see, score sheets. Let's see.
We should know because we did fake judge sheets on the other podcast.
Yeah, they do have general effect.
They do. If it works in the same way, the reason why I wanted to know is because,
It's not like BOA though.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's not going to work in the same way, but I feel like this group is like pure technique. They want to show off their like technique more than anything, which I think is Yes.
Yes.
I would prefer to see your technique ability rather than all this popping out. I'd rather you use your technique to exemplify your show to where you can have a smaller general effect background, but in your show just work with it really well if you show off your technique. I love the all-out general effect, don't get me wrong. But I'll explain it more when they're done.
Yeah, you could definitely tell that this was more of
Technique driven.
yes.
Because like I didn't want to keep talking over it, but my thing is obviously everyone knows that I really love the all-out general effect. I love it. I love a lot of colors. I love a lot of like,
GE.
audience interaction. I love it all. I love costumes, but I also really respect technique. Like I want to hear clean 16th note triplets. I want to hear clean rolls. I want to hear, I want to see like clean color guards, spinning flags, or, and clean runs in the front ensemble. Like I want to hear.
There's some scenarios where I enjoy technique much more than general effect.
Exactly, and I think indoor is a great place for that.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You can do all-out general effect shows would look really cool in indoor, but you can also do all-out technique shows that will also look and show off your technique very, very well. So, obviously in marching band and drum corps, I like a good mix of both. But I think in indoor, you can go either way. Like,
yeah.
I think this is a show, very simple. It has its GE aspects, but it also shows off their technique really, really well. The percussion show we just watched, Broken City, they had, a decent mix of both. They didn't go all out with the props, kept it simple, had a clean show.
Most definitely.
Performed well. And I love to see that in groups. So, okay, I'm assuming they are done, but they're still doing some stuff. Over here, just flexing on the audience. Okay,
yeah,
so
that's basically it.
Or Horizon Wins Finals 2022. We also got some more groups down here. Avon 2022 Indoor. We watched that last week. The Harloff Hub. That's the channel name for it. The Harloff Hub. But no, I think, especially depending on how your group does, or how your group kind of leans, all out technique or all out, GE, nice mix of both. It's whatever the group wants at that point. As long as, you know what your show is speaking for. If you're trying to show the world, hey, we know our shit. We can do our color guard spinning, we can do our percussion drumming, we can do our wind playing. We know what we're doing. And march and dance with technique. But then we also have the moments with GE where it's well, we also know how to have a really nice story to tell and have the music or the song in the background go into that as well.
Yeah.
So, you just gotta know, you gotta know your stuff. So, that's kind of where it's like, depends on the group, but I think a lot of WGI shows do very well with whatever approach they do, personally. But here's Horizon Wins. This is pre-show. Pennies.
A house divided against itself cannot stand. I believe this
Abraham
government cannot
Lincoln.
endure permanently half slave and half free.
Heck yeah.
Abraham Lincoln.
Wow. Brilliant.
Like, this is gonna be an interesting show. Where's Horizon Wins out of?
I believe the Declaration
I can Google that.
is the great fundamental principle upon which our free institutions rest. If we never try, we shall never succeed.
Are those hats on the ground? They look like
I think
little,
so.
They look like little hats.
Yeah.
Government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall now perish from the earth.
Oh yeah, I was gonna check where Horizon's from.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Sorry, Florida, I think. Yeah,
Florida.
Sarasota. Yeah, Sarasota.
Oh, that's a groovy section. That was groovy. I like that part. That one groove section reminded me of the end of Rocky Point Holiday where it gets in there, like, that
I
part.
shall, when the time comes, try to do right in view of all the lights then before me. I can only say that I have acted upon my best convictions, not selfishness or madness. In that, by the help of God,
Is there a block on
I
your
shall
screen?
continue to do so.
What do you mean?
Like that block in the middle of the screen at all? For some reason, I thought my meeting controls are still showing. The one thing I'm indifferent about right now is the green on the tarp. I know what it's supposed to be. I know what it's supposed to be. It's just I don't know the color green pop. I don't know. That's the one thing that's like kind of getting to me. It's still a very smart tarp scheme. It's just the color green popping out that like that. Ruby. Oh yeah, trombones.
I freely acknowledge myself the servant of the people, according to the bond of service of the United States Constitution.
I think it's maybe less of the color green and more of the green fading into the pennies. That's what's getting to me. But that's a fun. This is a fun show. See, that felt like. See, again, this is what I always say. This is what I always say, Mitchell. This is what I always say. When a show has some good general effect, it flies by for me. Like, that show felt like nothing. I'm not saying the other shows didn't, but that show just kind of seemed to flow a lot quicker to me because of that general effect aspect.
Oh, for sure.
I think we watched three very different shows. We watched that percussion show, kind of a good mix of both. We got a nice GE mix. We got that nice technique mix. We got the color guard show that kind of was a lot more towards technique, in my opinion. And then we had that show that, you know, they still had their great technique, but I think it was kind of more driven towards that general effect theme line, where Abraham Lincoln's the theme. You got you got this nice tarp underneath, which the green into the pennies. I think that's where I was like, it's like that's where that one line in the middle was kind of weird to me. But when it was like, oh, I can only see this part of the tarp, I was like, oh, cool. So like back and forth, but I think all those shows are really great shows. But it's cool to see like how different they can be. So we watched 3 different shows. That's kind of cool. We got one of each variety, a mix. One leans this way, one leans that way. So, anything from you on that?
I mean, I think they were all pretty fun. I really enjoyed all of them. I think I enjoyed the wind show this week more. I don't know. I really just enjoyed the wind show more than just in general.
Yeah, well, and I think the having GE allows you to have like some piece that works really well with it, to where you can just throw down and get groovy with it,
Hmm.
or have like a heartfelt moment if it's that type of show, or just a very like kind of scary moment. You have that like intense music going on in the background, and you have like something going on in the color guard theme, or well, I know this is WGI, so it's like just the winds, but even wind characterization could be happening. So it's like it's cool to have like a good mix of both, or maybe even leaning one way. It just depends on how your group goes. So I didn't even do that on purpose. It was cool to see, how groups lean. Obviously every year will probably change, but it's just cool to see from wins to perk to color guard how today
Right.
kind of lined out. So, but I mean, besides for that, next week we'll be going back to Show Choir Land, kind of check in there, see what's going on, stop on the Show Choir bus, check in with some of these groups, see if some of these shows for this year have come out, dive a little deeper into that, break some shows down. Then we'll come back to WGI the week after, and then we'll go on our kind of alternating thing we were doing, because WGI will be starting up, I think, this next weekend, right?
I think so.
I think this next weekend, or
Maybe.
maybe throughout that next week at some point. Um, Let me check real quick. I don't want to be wrong. Let me make sure.
Gavin, you're always wrong. I don't know what you mean.
Hey, 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 hey.
Hey.
Hold on.
Hey.
Say that.
Hey.
Let's see.
Ooh.
2023 calendar.
Stink.
Yeah, February 4th to 5th. Now we have
Gotcha.
like some virtual previews going on, so we'll see some more shows coming about. So we'll jump back, but we're gonna be going to Show Choir next week. So make sure you tune in, even if it's not something you performed in. We really like to kind of spread the knowledge of that activity to people who haven't done it. And maybe if your school has one in your high school, you got an extra period, or you have some extra time on your hands, then go do it. Go do some show choir. If you are interested in auditioning for like WGI in the future, do your research on it and watch a lot of the shows we're watching. Watch along with us or whatever. But take that chance to
Yeah.
do things that you really want to do. I'm very appreciative that I did show choir for the years I did it. It was I'm not gonna say it was some of the most fun times in my life, but it was like I had so much fun. The choir aspect's a lot different than the drum corps aspect and the marching band aspect, the wind ensemble, concert, like choir ensemble, than WGI would be. I know him and me are looking to do a WGI indoor winds group together next year, just for the heck of it, to see. We'll actually finally march in a group together, hopefully.
Yes,
Mellophone,
sir. Yes,
mellophone
sir.
team.
Yes, sir.
But I mean, so always take that chance. Always, look into stuff. And if you want to march with us, we'll tell you what
Yeah.
group we're marching in. So if you wanted to, if you live in between this little state, these couple states right here where we're going to be looking, then you can see. Well, that's next year, but we'll bring that up again next year. But besides for that, anything from you?
Not really. I mean, yeah, just 3 good shows that we watched today. Really, really good stuff.
Oh, I know. And I'm excited to jump into show choir and watch 1 or 2 shows next week for them, because their shows are a lot longer. So
Yeah.
but no, make sure you tune in next week, and we'll catch you later. Peace out.